My life is an eclectic mess, and I love having random things that I immerse myself in. Hi, my name is Brandy. Some of my accomplishments include wife, mom, friend, honey lady, entrepreneur, and farm girl. Follow along with me as I discover other things I am passionate about. The first on my list is achieving my private pilot's license. Why? Because why not? My favorite thing in life is proving to myself that I'm a badass. Plus, my husband is a pilot, and we have already managed to take the air coast to coast. In my vlogs, you'll see the journey to discovering more, parts of my real life, and places we travel to. So hit that subscribe button now, and don't forget to like my videos. 15! This is video number 15. I can remember when I was considering doing something like this, and I was super shy and should I, because I don't like videoing myself. It's just awkward. But it's been such a neat thing to look back as I progress. You know, it's kind of like a video scrapbook of the journey of getting that private pilot license. So it's super neat. Last week, if you watched video 14, I flew into my home airstrip, and that was such a neat experience. The joy that came over myself and Charlotta, just when everything starts clicking and you just come down, I feel like I'm gonna cry because it was just so surreal, right? This week I told you I solo am flying, because I always think I'm gonna say we, but I'm soloing to Eureka. It's my first cross country, so a little nervous. Travis is even like, hey, should I follow you? I'll go in the Cub and I'll fly in behind you, because he was super nervous for me to go somewhere on my own. And I just told him, hey, if you want to, I'd love for you to follow me if that makes you feel like I'm safer. And so he opted to not follow me, but I told him about my flight and what plane I'm in to follow. So he was watching me as I went. It's a beautiful flight. When I got to the airport, I overshot it. So watch the video and see, as my new student pilot, how I maneuvered and got back into where I needed to be. So I feel like I've been preparing all morning for my first solo cross country today. I'm headed from Kalispell to Eureka and from Eureka back to Kalispell. The weather, it shows on the reports, it's going to be calm. We chose 6,500 for my altitude going there, and in the flight, that was the perfect altitude today, that there's hardly any winds. Meaning it's calm, great conditions, nothing should go wrong. I see right now the skies are clear. So hopefully that holds up. Otherwise, if it doesn't and some kind of weather comes in, my flight for my cross country will get canceled. I'll be able to stay locally as long as the weather isn't bad here. But I feel like I've been in overload mode trying to get all my paperwork figured out. And Travis is like, don't overthink it, Brandy. Because I like to overthink things. I want to know how to do this before I get there to my training on how to do this, which is so opposite thinking, because I'm in school per se, so I shouldn't be able to know this before I go learn it, but I'm trying to self-teach, and sometimes self-teaching is a little... But I'm super excited for my cross country today.
Kalispell City, Cessna 68 Victor, taking runway 31 for a northbound departure. Kalispell City. Engine green, 55, ready to rotate. Let's see. We want to get up to 6,500. pull down. We're going to trim out so I don't keep going. Not right there. A little lower. Right. Nope. Alright, so trimmed. There's the road. That's my first checkpoint. Right there. And I'm going down a little bit. Alright, just about to my next checkpoint. And then after that, we're to Eureka. Making really good timing. I still don't see anyone out flying. I don't see anyone on my iPad. Eureka traffic, Cessna 90568 Victor. I am 8 miles out southeast at 6,500. Entering a left downwind for runway 01. Eureka traffic. Oh, nope, haha. It is so right there. I overshot it. We're going to cross midfield. Eureka traffic, Cessna 68 Victor. I overshot the runway, crossing midfield at 5,600 and going to be re-entering at a left downwind for 01. Eureka traffic. Eureka traffic, Cessna 68 Victor. I am 2 miles out, entering a left downwind for runway 01. Entering a left downwind. Eureka traffic. I screwed that over. Eureka traffic, Cessna 68 Victor, taking runway 19 for a southbound departure. Eureka traffic. Gosh dang, that would have been bad if there were airplanes. Oh, I did it. Oh my goodness.
Did you notice my mistakes? It was my first time flying on my own cross country and I overshot the runway. I thought it was farther up and it came up so fast on me, even though I had it on my foreflight. It's closer than I realized and yet farther than you think. But I didn't overshoot it enough that I went into Canada, thank goodness. But I called out the wrong runway number and I didn't even realize it until I think when I took off because I saw it on the ground. So thankfully nobody was there in the pattern, no one was on the ground waiting and nobody was affected. But I will never do that again because I always learn from my mistakes. Overall was a great lesson for myself to go to Eureka, and Travis didn't have a heart attack when I got home because I'm like, he's following me and I'm like, I'm here safe. I texted him when I got to Eureka and I said I landed, and then I let him know when I was taking off. So super thoughtful that he cares that much about me and my safety, because if you are a pilot or if you watch stories, there's a lot of student pilots that end up having emergency landings with these 172s. We even know of one when we were up at Travis's cousin's ranch. It wasn't when we were there, I think it happened before, but there was a student pilot that was flying, and they're up in the mountains in Oregon, and that student pilot ended up having to do an emergency landing on their highway, and so it was parked in his cousin's driveway. So there are those stories. So Travis, he just was concerned with me flying a 172 on my own, which I don't understand. So as a student pilot, they will let you solo, but I can't fly student pilot with a private pilot licensed person as like a safety net right there. I fly alone. So to me, it's like, but it still worked out. I made it safe. I was not worried about myself. I'm like, I got this. That was amazing. Next week when you come back, I am going to be doing my second written test. Yes, my second one, because if you didn't see my other video, I missed my first test by one question. Super devastating. I was emotional about it, and I had to take a couple days off. And I actually went to Hot Springs for the weekend and just relaxed because I was just overwhelmed and stressed. But I'm doing a second test. I'm getting back up there and doing it. And also we're going to have some practice area flights with just myself. I'll see you next week.